Raw opened with tension already thick in the air. Solo Sikoa walked to the ring alone. No music backing him for long. No swagger. No celebration. Just that cold, dangerous stare that's become familiar. He stood in the center of the ring, arms behind his back, letting the crowd rain down boos. Solo slowly raised the microphone and said, "Everyone keeps talking about chaos on Raw, but nobody wants to talk about who actually controls it." Solo said the bloodline never needed permission. They took what they wanted. He said Roman Reigns built an empire, and while the world thinks that empire cracked, Solo said it only evolved. He said the locker room is full of men pretending to be leaders while hiding behind management, legends, and authority. Then Solo said a name that changed the atmosphere instantly. Triple H. Solo said Triple H sits in the back wearing a suit, pretending to be neutral, pretending to run Raw fairly, but everyone knows the truth. Solo said Triple H has always chosen sides. He said Triple H fears what Solo represents because Solo doesn't play politics. Solo said you can't control violence. You can only survive it. The crowd erupted when the music hit. Triple H walked onto the stage. No smile, no theatrics, just anger. The Game stepped into the ring slowly, eyes locked on Solo. He took a microphone but didn't speak immediately. He just stared, letting the silence do the talking. Triple H said Solo talks a lot for someone who hides behind legacy. He said Solo didn't build the bloodline. He inherited it. He said Raw has rules, and Solo has been crossing lines week after week, attacking people, threatening officials, and acting like he's untouchable. Triple H said tonight, that ends. Solo smirked. He said Triple H hasn't been untouchable in a long time. Solo suddenly dropped the mic and lunged. He smashed Triple H with a headbutt. The crowd exploded. Solo threw Triple H into the corner, firing off brutal body shots. Officials rushed the ring, trying to pull Solo away, but he shoved them aside like they were nothing. Solo lifted Triple H and slammed him with a vicious Samoan drop. The arena was in chaos. Solo lined up for the spike. The crowd screamed. Then the music hit. Roman Reigns. The entire building shook. Roman walked out slowly, not running, not panicking. Calm, focused, dangerous. Solo froze for half a second, confused, turning toward the stage. Roman slid into the ring. And then everything broke loose. Roman didn't attack Solo from behind. He stepped in front of Triple H. Roman stood between Solo Sikoa and the Game. The crowd couldn't believe it. Roman stared at Solo, jaw tight. He said Solo forgot one thing. He said violence without control destroys everything, including family. Solo yelled that Roman chose management over blood. Roman shook his head. Roman said he chose order. Solo charged. Roman met him head-on with a thunderous Superman punch that rocked Solo backward. The crowd lost their minds. Roman followed with another punch, then a spear that cut Solo in half. Solo rolled out of the ring, stunned, clutching his ribs. Roman helped Triple H to his feet. The image was surreal. Triple H and Roman Reigns standing side by side. Triple H grabbed the microphone, breathing heavy. He said Solo just learned something the hard way. He said Raw isn't Solo's playground. And if Solo wants war, he won't just be dealing with legends. He'll be dealing with consequences. Roman picked up the mic next. Roman said Solo wanted to prove he's the future. Roman said the future still answers to the tribal chief. Roman dropped the mic. Solo stood at the top of the ramp, furious, eyes burning, yelling that this wasn't over. Raw faded out with Roman and Triple H standing in the ring together while Solo Sikoa screamed from the stage. Because one line had been crossed. And the fallout was going to be brutal. The show didn't end there. The cameras cut backstage immediately after Raw went off the air, and the tension somehow felt even heavier without the crowd noise. Solo Sikoa was storming down the hallway, ripping tape off his wrists, eyes wild, breathing hard. Officials tried to slow him down, but he shoved past them, yelling that Roman had no right. No right to choose Triple H. No right to stand in his way. Paul Heyman finally stepped into frame, hands raised, voice calm but urgent. He told Solo this wasn't the time. He said Roman made a decision for the good of the family, for the good of the empire. Solo snapped back that there is no empire without fear. He said Roman went soft. Across the building, Roman Reigns and Triple H were in a private office. Triple H was icing his neck, still clearly shaken but defiant. Roman stood near the door, arms crossed, silent. Triple H broke the silence. He said tonight wasn't about power. It was about control. He said Solo has crossed too many lines, and if he keeps escalating, Raw will spiral out of control. Roman nodded. Roman said Solo isn't reckless. He's testing boundaries. Roman said tonight, Solo learned where one of those boundaries still stands. Triple H looked at Roman and said this puts both of them in a dangerous position. He said helping management paints a target on Roman's back. Roman smirked. He said he's always had a target. The next week on Raw, the fallout was immediate. Solo Sikoa walked to the ring with a new intensity. No hesitation, no theatrics. He said Roman embarrassed him. He said Triple H hid behind Roman because he knows Solo would have finished him. Solo said Roman didn't protect order. He protected his throne. Roman's music hit. The crowd erupted again. Roman walked out alone, slower than usual, eyes locked on the ring. He stepped inside and stood face to face with Solo. Roman said Solo doesn't see the whole board. He said leadership isn't about destruction. It's about knowing when to stop. Roman said Solo doesn't answer to Triple H. But he does answer to him. Solo laughed. He said Roman can't control him anymore. The tension snapped. Solo attacked first. The ring erupted in chaos as Roman and Solo brawled, fists flying, neither backing down. Security poured in, referees trying to separate them. Solo broke free long enough to smash Roman with a brutal headbutt. Roman staggered. Then Triple H's music hit. The crowd lost it. Triple H walked onto the stage again, this time with authority in his eyes. He said enough. He said this isn't ending with chaos in the ring. He made it official. At the next premium live event, it would be Roman Reigns and Triple H standing together against Solo Sikoa. Not in a tag match. Not in a contract signing. But with consequences Solo has never faced before. The arena buzzed as Solo stood in the ring, smiling slowly. Roman stared him down, because this wasn't just about power anymore. It was about who really controls the bloodline. And Raw was heading toward a collision no one saw coming. The tension didn't cool down. It multiplied. Social media exploded overnight with one image replayed again and again, Roman Reigns and Triple H standing on the same side, staring down Solo Sikoa. Fans argued. Analysts speculated. The locker room whispered, because this wasn't supposed to happen. Raw opened the following week with Triple H already in the ring. No music break. No delay. He said last week crossed a line that couldn't be uncrossed. He said Solo Sikoa isn't just a problem for Roman Reigns or the bloodline anymore, he's a threat to the entire structure of Raw. Triple H said he didn't step into that ring because he wanted to relive the past. He stepped in because someone had to stop the future from burning everything down. Before he could continue, the lights dimmed. Solo Sikoa appeared on the screen. Not backstage. Not walking. Standing in a dark room, hood up, eyes locked on the camera. Solo said Triple H made a mistake bringing Roman back into this. He said Roman doesn't stand for order. He stands for control. And Solo said control only works until someone stronger decides they don't care anymore. Solo said Roman chose the system. So Solo chose violence. The feed cut. Roman Reigns' music hit immediately. Roman walked out calm, measured, but there was something different in his eyes. This wasn't the tribal chief addressing his family. This was a leader dealing with a threat. Roman stepped into the ring beside Triple H and said Solo doesn't understand consequences yet. Roman said Solo thinks fear makes him powerful. Roman said fear without loyalty makes you alone. Roman said Solo is walking a road that ends one way. Broken. Later that night, Roman was scheduled for a match. He never made it. As Roman walked down the backstage hallway, Solo Sikoa exploded out of nowhere. He smashed Roman into production crates, fists flying, screaming that Roman betrayed him. Officials rushed in, but Solo didn't stop. He drove Roman's spine first into a steel door and stood over him, chest heaving. Solo leaned down and said Roman wanted order. Now he gets chaos. Solo walked away before security could restrain him. Roman was helped up slowly, rage burning behind his eyes. The next week, Triple H addressed the attack. He said Solo Sikoa is suspended indefinitely. The crowd reacted instantly. Then Roman grabbed the mic. Roman said suspension won't stop Solo. Roman said if Solo wants chaos, he won't hide behind rules. Roman said he'll handle it his way. The arena shook. Triple H looked at Roman, understanding exactly what that meant. Later that night, the suspension meant nothing. Solo returned through the crowd. He attacked Roman mid-match, dragging him out of the ring and smashing him into the barricade. Triple H stormed out, shouting for security. Solo didn't run. He stood his ground. Roman and Solo stared each other down as security surrounded them. Solo laughed. He said Roman needed help again. Roman wiped blood from his mouth and said Solo just signed his own end. The final Raw before the premium live event ended with a contract signing. Roman, Solo, Triple H. No table flip, no speeches, just cold words. Triple H said this ends now. He said Solo wanted attention. He got it. He said at the event, there will be no interference. No bloodline, no judgment day, no excuses. Roman said Solo wanted to prove he's ready to lead. Roman said leadership isn't taken. It's earned. Solo signed last. He smiled. He said Roman and Triple H are standing together because neither of them can control him alone. Solo said at the event, he won't just fight Roman. He'll expose him. Raw faded out with Solo standing over the contract, Roman staring through him, and Triple H watching both men carefully. Because the line between authority and anarchy had disappeared. And when it finally snapped, there would be no one left to stop the fallout.